This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by Fluid Form Bio, developing innovative 3D printing living pancreatic tissue to help combat type 1 diabetes. For the first time, you can join this visionary mission. Visit fluidformbio.com or their page on Start Engine to learn more about this exciting work.
Tuesday Insights. Hi, everyone. Danielle Noyes here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Had the heat on in my car this morning. Our daughters left for school in a thick hoodie and a fleece this morning. It's a chilly stretch. Temperatures are running in the 40s and 50s, 10 to 20 degrees below average for this time of the year, and that continues. Couple of showers on Wednesday. We'll look at that. Thursday is the wettest day. Areas of rain that will fall steadily and at times heavily. That's as the storm center comes over us. Gusty coastal wind that develops. Gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour possible. Even inland, we may have a gusty wind too. And some minor coastal flooding possible for the Thursday evening high tide, especially we'll keep an eye on. Tides are not astronomically high, which is good news, but there will be that strong wind at the coast. And so there may be some pockets that do develop, particularly on the South Shore, North Shore, and then back down to Nantucket briefly on Thursday evening. Precipitation totals over the past 24 hours, bullseye, central part of the country where we actually had a round of severe weather, some 2 to 4 inch rainfall amounts, locally higher amounts in portions of Oklahoma, stretching back into western Arkansas. About a half dozen reports of tornadoes yesterday with that system. For us, not a whole lot of rain yesterday. Had a few hundredths to a tenth to a quarter when you get across northern and central Maine. Next storm system heading in our direction, going to develop off the Carolinas. An additional kind of piece of energy comes into play with the storm center passing close to Cape Cod, perhaps right near the canal. The trend has been to kind of move things a little farther north and west in terms of the exact track. Across the country, temperatures are running 20 to 35 degrees below average in the northern plains. So you notice one glaring thing over the map, right? We're kind of split north to south. Cool readings in the northern half of the country, still warmth down across the south. That's a storm track that comes from west to east across the central United States. So for us, the storm center, yes, passes close to Cape Cod on Thursday night, and we across New England are the coolest spot across the country. That will be the case again on Friday as the storm departs and we wrap that cooler air behind it. Another round of some heavy rain and severe weather in the central United States Thursday into Friday. Still the cool air in place across much of the northern half of the country. And unfortunately for the upcoming weekend, even though that storm departs, the lingering trough or little dip in the jet stream here does mean cooler than average temperatures will continue. Maybe a couple of showers around. It'll depart on Friday, a lingering shower on Saturday. Can't run an isolated shower on Sunday, and then we get a little bit of moderation in temperature towards Memorial Day. Nothing extreme in terms of warmth building in, but we won't be quite as chilly with temperatures nudging up just a little bit for the second half of the holiday weekend. So here's how things pan out across New England. Our Wednesday is mainly cloudy. I can't rule out a shower or two. And southwestern New England, western Mass, the Berkshires, southern Vermont, by the evening may get into some steadier pockets of rain. But I think we get outdoor plans in, after school activities, sports for the kiddos in on Wednesday. Thursday is a different story. The morning commute will feature lighter rain in eastern New England, heavy rain in southwestern New England that will fill in over the course of mid to late morning. It rains and rains hard on Thursday afternoon into the evening. Do yourself a favor, leave some extra time for the evening commute. There'll be pockets of rain and isolated embedded thunderstorm. By Friday morning, the heaviest rain is focused across northern and central New England. Will actually start to dry out, relatively speaking, in southern New England as the storm center wraps up and pulls away. On the backside of it, there'll be some scattered showers. There's enough cold air. Can't even rule out a couple of wet snowflakes, believe it or not, mixing in with elevation across the mountains of northern New England Friday night. And then Saturday, leftover rain showers scattered in nature. Not a pretty day, with the storm kind of still over us and a little piece of energy still over us as well. So I showed you this map yesterday. This is precipitation forecast. I'm taking things through Friday, and there's been no big change to what we talked about yesterday, which is we are anticipating a widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall for much of central and southern New England. There may be some locally higher totals. Far northern New England, maybe a tad less, about a half an inch to an inch. And as we get a little bit closer, we'll be able to hone in on where some of those locally higher amounts and some of the heaviest downpours will take place. But it looks like southern New England may be the focus of that. Wind during the day on Thursday starts to ramp up out of the east and then northeast, 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts. We'll have some gusts 30 to 40 on Cape Cod. But the strongest wind comes Thursday evening and night. Don't focus on the exact number, but do you see this little uptick Thursday evening, 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts, especially at the coastline out of the northeast. And then depending on the track, if it comes over Cape Cod, actually Cape Cod may get a southwest wind that gusts over 40 miles per hour Thursday evening and night. And then on Friday, it's 10 to 20 miles per hour, some gusts to 30 as the storm center does wrap up. So that's why I say the Thursday evening high tide cycle is the one we'll watch for some minor pockets of coastal flooding. All right, numbers wise, I don't know if you want to see these, but yes, highs in the 50s for our Wednesday, 52 in Boston. We've actually only hit 52 degrees with highs in the 50s 9 times in recorded history for the city of Boston for the date for our Wednesday. So this is not record cold high temperatures, but we did have some across Messina, New York yesterday. So that's kind of a sign of just how chilly this air mass is. Wednesday night, widespread 40s with some pockets of rain filling in. Thursday, 40s will do it. Maybe we hit lower 50s early, but then with the rain coming down, it's going to be a chilly, raw feel, wet weather gear necessary. Friday, only in the 50s again with some leftover showers. Wind shifts around. Saturday, we may go 55 to 60, still cooler than average, less wind, but still a passing shower possible. And then we do get some breaks of sun that come out on Sunday. I can't rule out an isolated shower, but it's drier overall. Mildest day will be on Memorial Day, and I do think will be a little bit brighter too. Fenway forecast here. For Wednesday evening, there may be a sprinkle, but I think we get the game in. Thursday's a different story with areas of rain. Temperatures are going to be around 50, but it's going to feel like the 40s. Cool with a leftover shower. Friday, we may get the game in, and then Saturday, brief showers possible, but notice temperatures definitely cooler, running in the 50s right on through the start of the weekend. Track it all, of course, with our app videos right at the top. And if you missed Matt's pattern predictions from yesterday, that's on top of the app as well, and our website, onedegreeoutside.com, if you're curious if we can kind of get out of this pattern for next week and into the start of June. Again, at onedegreeoutside.com, our merchandise at swag.onedegreeoutside.com with t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, hats, you name it, gift cards at the bottom as well. We'll see you with more weather tomorrow morning.